Hi guys, you're welcome back, and in today's video we'll be talking about University of Milan. And this video I'll be bringing to you guys scholarship opportunity for those of you who don't want to come to your undergraduate in Italy, or you want to study abroad for your undergraduates. But this particular scholarship is open for both masters, undergraduate, and PhD. But I'm saying undergraduate specifically because I've gotten lots of questions on undergraduates scholarship opportunities. So that is why I am specifying undergraduate. So in today's video, we'll be looking at how to fill the application form. I'm not going to bore you with the requirements, eligibility, and all the things so you can just go through them yourself. So I'll share the link to this particular website in the video or in the comment section or description. So you can just go through it. And when you come here, you see this call for application regional scholarship. Kindly go through it. It's a 27 pages PDF. So go through everything, understand it so you know what you're signing up for. And this application is opened it was opened from July and it will be closing in, I think, 13th of September. So endeavor to go through this PDF, and it's open for bachelor's degree, 3 years, master's, postdoc, doctoral research. So go through everything here and you would see how everything it entails. Now, the first thing you need to do is to register to Uni MI. So when you click on this link, you'll be brought to this interface where you fill in your details, you register. Yeah, so you fill in your name, your username, your credential, your password, everything. When you're done, you click on register. And when you're done with the registration, you will receive an email and you verify your registration and other stuff. So after that, you stop there and go back to this again and click on go to online help desk. So now we want to apply for the scholarship. You click on go to online help desk and you'll be brought to this interface. So you'll be brought to this interface, and because we are applying for scholarship, you click on this news. If you wish to submit a request for benefits or modify an existing application, you click here. So you click here and you click on this arrow again where you can now fill in your details. So you have it. So because I'd already registered, it automatically populates my basic details that I used for the registration, and you now fill in the remaining part of it. So your nation of birth, you fill in your nation of birth. For me, my nation of birth is Nigeria. So if this is the first time of coming across my channel, you're highly welcome. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and share it to whoever will be needing this video. So I'll encourage you to apply for this scholarship. And if in case you're seeing this video after the application, like when the application is over, the application date has passed, you can prepare for the next year. So you can just put a reminder that will make you not to forget the application the next year. So you get to the Italian tax code. For me, I don't have it, so I click on save and next. So political refugees stateless / are you stateless? You click on no. At least 66% certified disability or with handicap. For me, it's no. My nationality is Nigeria because I chose that I am not a refugee, so I'm going with Nigeria. And handicap recognition, for me, it's no. Marital status, you choose yours. Are you an orphan of both parents? No. For me, you choose what is applicable. Are you in foster care? No. So save and next. Your country of residence, for me, it's Nigeria. I'll put Nigeria here. The district is not locality. So let me just use Abuja. And district is not compulsory. Your address is compulsory. So you choose your address. Okay, let me use Adamawa State since my address is purely in Adamawa State. So you choose your address, your house number. You can just impute anything. So I already have 88, which is my house number. And then your phone number, you impute your phone number. And you save next. So, okay, they said my district is too long. Save and next. Then your contacts, your mobile phone number. I don't have that. I use the residence address, yes. So I'm using my residence address and then save and continue. Then the university enrollment, you have to complete this section. The next section, you will need to fill in degree programs. So I go enrollment status. I already paid the first installment. I have not paid the first installment of the tuition. I'm transferring from another university. I have an internal transfer in progress. So for me, I have not paid first installment of tuition fees. Then the area you intend to go for. So let's say we're going for um, mathematics, physics, and natural sciences. Then the degree type, let's go for bachelor's degree. Yeah, and the degree program, let's choose physics. Then the program year, so it's bachelor's, so it's 3 years because the bachelor's program is 3 years. And status student on track, repeating student, off track student, enrolled over the prescribed time for the first time, off track student, or enrolled over the prescribed time for the second time. So this is my I'm enrolled for the first time, and then you go to the specialization curriculum, generic physics, applied physics, generic. So let me try changing this to probably, let's say, computer science and specialization. You see there are different specializations you can go for, but let's go back to the physics we chose, physics. And then here I'll be going for applied physics. The campus is Milan. Save and next. And then matriculation number, I don't have matriculation number yet. For the academic year, this is 2026/2027 academic year. Yeah. Then you have academic year in which you renewed enrollment, complete only in the case of enrollment, affect withdrawal, for feature, dropping of studies, do not complete in the case of internal transfer or transferring from another university. So I'm not going to fill anything here. Do you already have a degree in Italy? So if you go through the the call for application I asked you to go through, you really know what to fill in here. So for me, I'm going with no, and then save and next. During your university studies, were there events that interrupted the regular completion of the year? For me, yearly program, for me, it's still no, and save and next. Do you have a simultaneous enrollment in two courses? No, save and next. So we're done with this particular one. Remember, the first one is personal details. The second one is university enrollment. So here we are on choice of benefits. For the choice of benefits, you have the benefits that may be requested are listed below. Select those that interest you. After having checked that you meet the requirement, once the application is confirmed, you may add others respecting the deadlines of each single benefit. So you have this. The first one is subsidized rates, refractory services from phase 2026 to 2027, special grants for disadvantaged students, scholarship integration for mobility program, regional scholarship, and university scholarships. So for me, I'll be going with this and this regional scholarship and university scholarships. So the next, you click on save and next. So in your own case, you choose what is applicable to you or what you're interested in. Then the next thing is you still have to complete this section. The next section you need to fill in is DSU statements. And you click on go, and here you have to be admitted to the completion, your assets and income status will be evaluated as follows. So they need to check your income status to know whether you will be qualified for the regional scholarship. So students with family unit residing in Italy based on University EASE certificate 2026 or current EASE certification. Then the next one is students with foreign citizenship or with a family unit residing abroad, for whom the university EASE certificate is not required. Please refer to Annex 1 of the call for application containing the list of countries for which income and asset documentation is required in order to calculate the equivalent university EASE. So in this case, most African countries are considered for the EASE. So the next thing, this Annex 1 is usually cover people from Europe, but people from most African countries are usually considered for the DSU, for the regional scholarship. So does your family unit reside in Italy? For me, it's no. In calendar year 2024, did you receive right or higher education benefits from agencies other than university? Did you study the Milano? For me, it's no. Then you click on save and next. Then the next thing is to fill in your family unit. Are you the only member of your family? For me, it's no. And now you add your family members. So as you're adding your family members, you click on these, you add their surname, their first name, the marital status, the degree of kinship. You is this member of the family included in your easy statement? Yes or no. So for the easy, you provide the financial member. So you impute the surname. So let's say I want to choose a family member. You impute the name of the person, the surname of your family member, the first name, you input the tax code. So for the tax code, I'll add the link to where you can get tax codes for your family member. So when you click on that particular link, you just input their details and they will generate, and the tax code will be generated for that family members. But the tax code will only be requested for the family members you choose to include in your easy statement. So any family member you don't want to include in your easy statement, there won't be tax code for the person. So let's assume this being Gil that I want to use for my family members, I don't want him to be my easy statement. If I click on no, the tax code will automatically disappear. So if you're using your parents for your easy statements, you definitely get tax code for them. But for this application, I don't want to use any family members. So I'm clicking on yes, I'm the only family member. Then I'll click on save and next. So here you'll be uploading your secondary school diploma because I'm going for bachelor's. So you click on go and you'll be asked the country where you got your secondary school diploma. I'll upload Nigeria and then your grade out of 100. Let's say my grade out of 100 is 70, but how do you calculate for your grade? That's another thing to check. So click on this link here and you open it to a new tab. You brought to this interface and then you go through this to see how to calculate your own grade. I won't be doing that in this video. So the next thing, I just imputed 70. Then the next thing is to save and next. And then on the next, you will be asked for student status. You still have to complete this section. You click on go and where is the family unit resident in the city in which your study program is taught. For me to know, you click on okay. I have to choose where they are resident. So you have within 60 minutes, between 61 minutes and 90 minutes, more than 90 minutes. So my family residents is in Nigeria. So I'm going with more than 90 minutes. So here, do you have accommodation in the municipal in which courses are held? No accommodation. And here they say for the recognition of your status of out-of-town students, you must submit your rental agreement document by 16 November 2026. Failing that, you will be recognized as a commuter. The university scholarship does not provide for status of out-of-town students. So this application we are doing now is not for university scholarship. We are considering, or we want to be considered for the regional scholarship. So in that case, this does not apply to us. So you click on save and next and you'll be brought to this interface. If the benefit is awarded, the payment will be made on the student card, blah blah blah. So you click save and next and you'll be brought to the summary page. So this summary page is just you going through all the things you feel, the personal details, your university enrollment, benefits section, income, merit, other statements. Now you declare that you've read the informative note, and you declare that you've read the personal data. Now, if you click on confirm submission, it will tell you that if you submit once confirmed, it cannot be modified or cancelled. So if you're sure of your application, you're sure that everything you did is correct, you can click on confirm. Once you submit your application, you receive an email stating that you just submitted your application. So if you did this, or if you followed me to the end of this video, you can apply for this University of Milan without any stress. So if you've been with me to this point, I want to say thank you and kindly subscribe, like my video, share it with anybody you know it will be who will find this video helpful. And I wish you all the best in your application. See you in my next video. Bye.